All right, welcome back, everyone. Technically it's COVID episode 2, because technically Kate and I had it last week. We just weren't officially tested. Last time, just for the recording, real quick recap, we had Herschel had a meeting with Augusta Tullis. Pretty much was introduced to everybody through the magical physiologies class by entering and taking everyone's stuff by exchanging everything for soggy croissants. And then Herschel ran into Alexi at his new residency at the Bow's End Shed, which Alexi promised a sandwich to Herschel, his first one, for free. Herschel then went to watch Silk Ball intramurals and had a conversation with Bucky. They talked about things like tattoos and whatnot. And from there, we all got ready for the party. Herschel then went to the Bibliopex and helped Kai at the library, helped her figure out what she was going to wear, and helped her with some of her research. Then from there, Kai then called on her sister Andraste to help her with fashion. Everyone got ready for the party. Everyone got to the party. Drinks were had. Haggling with the bartender was had. Bucky downed a pitcher. And Kai had a very tender scene with Leslie, in which Leslie kissed Kai. And that's where we ended our session.
Weren't there fireworks or something?
There was fireworks going on, yes. And we are going to go back right there.
God damn you, Ed.
That's honestly, we got to resolve this.
No, I just assumed that we were going to resolve this later. Because I thought you made it sound like there was something more pertinent going on.
I mean, how
the rest of us are just doing fireworks and being silly.
Yeah.
Valid.
So
valid.
So let me just put it this way: how is Kai feeling?
Kai is nervous AF because she doesn't want to screw things up, and she doesn't exactly know how everything's going to go, and she doesn't want to hurt Leslie.
Okay. Cool. We're gonna pan over to the other schmucks. Are you?
Excuse you.
I accept that title.
You're welcome. The four of you, are you all four together, or are you like just outside the bar? Or
well,
pretty sure I'm asleep.
That depends. Yeah, that depends. Are we rewinding before Bucky crashes, or is Bucky just out of this?
Probably still be at the bar, at least, just enjoying some water, kind of watching out over the rest of the party, oblivious to what is going on outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you got him maybe to the front patio of the bar, and he is currently attempting to pass out. You know what, Bucky? Give me a Constitution roll. Just flat.
Roll a dice to see if you can interact with people.
I'm hoping you can.
Just a flat D20 or plus my Constitution.
What was that?
Just a flat D20 or plus my Constitution.
Constitution roll.
Okay. I rolled a 2. With plus 3, so 5.
Bucky, you are all but you're just non-functional. You're not passed out, but you're non-functional.
The best in the world.
So, for all intents and purposes, we give him a tankard of water. And we leave him there.
Bucky's beak goes directly into the pitcher.
rest of you, if you would like to roll a perception check real quick, that's lovely.
God.
I should probably get dice out. That would have been
Yeah.
a good idea.
Oh yeah, this is D&D.
Well, I thought we were still starting at 8. I didn't realize that as soon as we hopped on, we'd be starting. I thought we were
Well,
going to
fuck
talk
me.
about
Okay,
stuff.
that happened.
That's a valid point. Kate and I are trying to get things started so that way we can
That way we can clock out at 10 or 10:30.
yeah, we can at least have a good hard stop.
Makes sense.
Perception, you said.
Since I won't be able to nap tomorrow.
Mhm.
Actually, no. Joe, are you coming in tomorrow? Do you work tomorrow? Might just pass out on hot bags underneath the driver's station, like everybody else does.
12 on perception.
12 on perception. Cool.
20 on perception, not nat.
Ah, good.
Ah, Mr. Big Man with the eyes.
With them blank peepers.
The blinking peepers.
Hey, at least they see things.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
You said perception.
Yes, please.
$18.
18. All right. So, thankfully enough, all three of you see, or actually you hear this coming from inside the bar. You hear Alexi, you at least would know where the noises are coming from, but the rest of you all just hear kind of 4 loud clangs and then just kind of like this general like whoosh. And Alexi, you recognize the clangs as being the sound of the cauldrons that Curdy uses to cook. And then you hear Curdy herself shouting up the storms like, "Oh, where the fuck did you come from? Oh fuck, are people conjuring shit in my pots? These are not for magic, they're for cooking only." And she is cussing up a storm, and then you start hearing people screaming, and people are starting to shuffle from the bar.
All right. As soon as he hears that, Alexei is going to pull out a piece of paper, tear it into 5 pieces, or 4 pieces. Write kitchen now and send it out to the rest of the party members, and is going to start walking there, mists forming around his hands as his hand axe and his shield start coming forth.
All right. So you are going to get in. The rest of you do get the message. You are kind of just wrapping things up, Kate, with
Okay.
like you have not even had a moment to talk to her.
Okay.
But things like just start wrapping up, and you get a message in your head saying "kitchen now" from Alexi.
Leslie, hate to do this to you, but I gotta run. We will talk later.
Oh, okay. And yeah, you leave Leslie kind of sitting there. Actually,
She's gonna follow.
all right, yeah. Do you check?
Like, do I check to see if she's following behind?
No. She would. Wait. What's?
Just stay here. Stay safe. Don't.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I got a message. I need to go.
I can.
I mean, if you want to come with, I can't stop you, but
yeah, she just kind of follows because she's like heightened emotions. Things are happening quickly, and yeah, she follows you.
Okay.
Bernard,
Yeah.
are you are you babysitting Bucky or?
Once I had Bucky.
Do we have a Bernard?
Hello.
I can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Okay. Yeah. I think Bernard.
I
Not
can't
really.
hear Jaden. Maybe it's just me.
I think it's just.
I think it's just
Cedric.
you, buddy.
Oh. Yeah, I for some reason clicked the wrong button. That's on me, folks.
Okay. I think given the fact that I'm kind of fuzzy on the timeline that we're on here, I would imagine that right now, Herschel probably went off to go wrap up the celebrations. I probably would have like stayed with Bucky. Be like, no, I got him. I'll make sure he's okay, and I'll probably just come back to the party or something. So if you would like me to be near Bucky, then I can be.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you and Bucky are in the. You're just outside on the patio.
Mhm.
Kai, you and Leslie were kind of in a little like area a little further out from that.
Mm-hmm.
Herschel, if you went back to the party, then you are inside seeing all this happen. And Alexi, you ran in, so you were going to be right there with Herschel.
Mm-hmm.
So the two of you, you see, kind of what looked like clouds just kind of whipping around the kitchen area. Alexi, with your 20 and Herschel, you rolled an 18. You can make out what these are, and I will send them to you. I'm pretty sure you'll know what they are yourselves, but send you what you see. There you go.
Sorry about that. I had a glass fall.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you are
Everything all right?
Yeah, I just had to clean it up.
Ah, gotcha.
Help clean it up, really. So people are screaming.
Yeah, you're in the bar and things are kind of becoming a bit of a panic. And I'm sending you and Alexi what you see from the kitchen. There you go. That's what you see.
Do I know what that is?
Make a Arcana or History check for me.
Do you want me to make that too, or?
Yeah, anyone who's there can make the Arcana History, and anyone who wants to run in after the screaming starts can also make it.
Would I have to roll a perception check to hear the screaming?
Didn't you rolled a 12, right, earlier on the perception
Yeah.
check? Yeah, that was the perception
Yeah.
check.
I got a 10, but I'm going to use my knowledge from a past life.
Okay. Yeah, you know what this.
You said history or Arcana?
So
Yes.
15.
Okay. If it's history, that's a 22. If it's Arcana, it's a soft 20.
Okay, yeah. Either way, you know what this is. So if as soon as we get everyone else,
Fucking methods.
there you go.
When I received the message from Alexi, I would what state is Bucky in?
I believe I said not functional, but
Can
any
I
sort of
can I use can I use 5 points of lay on hands to cure that entirely?
you know what? I can get you him. 5 points will give him functional, but he's still going to make certain rolls at disadvantage.
So this I'll go ahead and do that. So this will essentially just look like me smacking him in the face. I'll be like, Bucky, Bucky,
Yes.
Bucky,
Ow! Fuck! What?
Chrissy,
come on,
wake up!
get up,
I don't like this.
get up, get your get up.
What? What's going on? What are you? Why? What?
We're fighting. Get your sword. Get up.
What? Oh, okay. I immediately get up and pull the sword from the back. I don't have chainmail equipped
and then
again. Fuck.
I would get my weapons or get my shield and sword and just go follow me, and I would go towards the noise.
Good. Okay. And then Kai, you were headed right in. You kind of catch up with them, and all of you are inside as you hear Alexi shout, "Fucking methods!"
Do I know what those are?
You see, anyone who's here now can make the history or arcana check for me. But you see these like kind of physically formed steam beings that are just kind of flying around.
Banner, stay out of the garbage.
Just throwing shit around and
Can I see a picture? Hey, twin, we have no idea what the fuck is going on.
The bird bros are confused.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lost.
Give me a second, guys.
I was mid party mode and you were conked out not 2 minutes ago.
Like I said, I am not ready for this fight. I don't even have chainmail on, which means I'm going in buck ass naked.
That's how I felt last fight we had.
Yeah, I have 12 AC.
I had an AC of 9.
The fighter has
12. 9, man.
It's not good when your frontline fighters have worse AC than the wizards in the back.
Listen, I don't want to hear it until your base AC without armor is 9.
After that, Bernard never goes anywhere without his armor.
You know, it's funny. I did actually privately message I privately messaged Ed, like, as we were getting ready for the party. I'm like, now, just between you and me, will I be needing my armor or not?
Fuck. Probably should have asked that myself.
I feel like he only told me, or I feel like they only told me because of what happened last fight.
That's fair. I can see that.
And that's the only reason I asked, because I'm like, look, dude, I'm fine not knowing, but like, if I'm around campus, I'm not wearing my armor because it is very weighty.
All right. So with that, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Doesn't Kate get a advantage?
I get advantage because of my cleric ability.
Yes.
Good. Dice jail. I got an initiative of 0, Ed.
Please put it in the chat.
Okay.
Put your shame in.
I really don't get why Bucky goes first throughout all the combats. I guess he's just
Well-
that excited.
Because he's not wearing armor.
That must be it.
Well,
He's so
not
fast,
wearing
he's
armor.
Not wearing armor.
Not wearing armor, plus the fact that Bucky just loves fighting.
That's true.
So I imagine that's probably what helped him get out of the fog of just be like, "What? A fight? Okay. Yeah, I got it."
Something I can actually do.
imagine-
Fucking awesome.
I imagine at this point Bucky also has no impulse control, considering he has had alcohol. And granted, he isn't wearing armor, so he's going to be even faster into the fray this time.
I would argue with the DM that that is counting as reckless, even though I'm not a barbarian, but, you know.
You know what? If you want a multi-class or change class, then we're gonna have to do that later.
Not right now, obviously.
Yeah, you guys are only level 2, except for
Yeah.
one of you.
Anyway, I guess I'm up first, unless the beastie beats a 19.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me write down everyone's initiatives. All right, the order here. And now for this.
While Ed is taking care of that, I do have a question for everyone else. This is kind of semi my first time playing a fighter, at least in this regard. Does anybody see any reason why I should not use Action Surge straight out of the gate?
It depends how many
Shoot.
uses you have of it, but sometimes it's more useful for when you have a full turn. But no, there's nothing saying you can't blow it right out the gate.
Well, I would personally say don't use it. Never use it on the first turn, just so you can kind of assess the situation.
That's probably a good idea.
If you want to go in full guns blazing, fuck man, it's your character. I don't care. But strategically, I would always err on the side of like, let the first turn go by so you can kind of see what these things are capable of, and then kind of go from there.
Well, I think Bucky would want to just chaw at anything and just, you know, gnaw at it until it died immediately.
Like I said, man, fuck it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Although I'll argue you have been taking tactics classes.
That
But
is
you have been
true.
drinking.
So we'll.
You have been drinking also. So
this
not a
could
litigation
easily
to be
go.
had
This
here,
could
but-
easily go wrong both ways.
Yeah.
Okay. So, with that, yes, Bucky, you are correct in assuming that you are first.
I walk up to whatever the hell this thing looks like.
Okay, so let me paint the picture for you. You guys, if you kind of reference the map that I sent last week, you guys are currently just inside the patio.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
I sent the picture last week, Javen.
I was talking about the things that we're fighting.
Oh, right. I forgot I didn't send it in the general chat yet.
I got it, Ed.
I got it.
Keep going, Ed. We'll take care of ourselves.
So yeah, if you will reference the map that I sent last week, you guys are just outside the patio. Put up myself, which is at the bottom of the map. These are just inside the patio. There's kind of a wraparound bar, and you guys are kind of standing in front of that. These mephits have just popped out of the kitchen area and are starting to. There's 2 on either side of the overflow stage.
Okay.
Cool. I walk up to the one closest to me, and I do not run. I walk.
I am going to. What is your speed?
Fuck, that's a good question. Give me a second.
30,
30.
30, but he also has a flying speed of 50.
Yeah.
I have a walking speed of 25 and a
Oh.
flying speed of 50.
Ah, there you go.
Okay. So with your flying speed, you can get to one of these.
Sweet. As I do, I'm not going very fast because I'm still. I won't say that I'm suffering, but it's like I did not need this today, and just swing my greatsword on top of this thing's head.
Do me a quick favor.
Yay.
Because Bow's End is a bit of a tight quarters bar. The ceilings are only, I believe, 20 feet tall, and it is kind of got like a lot of stuff everywhere, and you are drunk. So if you could make a dexterity check for me.
Hmm.
I will put it this
18.
way. 18, you're fine. Okay, you'll manage to make it there without too much of an instant. You're kind of
I wobble.
you're a little wobbly going through the air, but for some reason the wobble helps you get there.
Yep. Like I said, I pull my greatsword and I'm not in the mood for this. Just slam it down on its head.
All right, make an attack.
Roar. 23.
20,
I rolled a 19. I was close.
23 hits. Go ahead
I
and roll me.
sure as hell hope so. 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay.
It's a sizable smack right there.
It is a very decent hit.
From that damage, can I tell if this thing is on the brink or if it's like not even close to being dead yet?
Make a perception check.
16.
16. Yeah, you can tell. It's not doing well. It's definitely not as kind of corporeal and put together as it was a second ago, but it's still kicking.
I will go ahead and use my action surge then.
Okay, go ahead.
And
attack.
I will swing at this sucker again. That's an 8.
An 8?
God
Nope.
damn it.
Nope. It kind of like the steam parts as your sword just kind of and doesn't connect.
And I just kind of follow the sword a little bit. Nope, fuck.
Yep. You're kind of over swinging and your footing is not exactly 100%, and you're just like, oh boy, spinning is not great.
Yep, oh, went too far.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, my turn is done.
Cool. With that, it is Herschel.
All right, so Herschel's been kind of sitting at the bar watching people, sees this happen, decides to pulls the double-bladed scimitar out, and they're coming out into the main area, right?
They just got out. 2 of them exited the right side. 2 of them exited the left side. Bucky went towards the ones that are on the left side.
He's going to head for the right ones.
Okay.
And as he's passing and sees Kai, he's going to yell out, "You're missing all the fun!" And move up and attack.
Okay.
20.
20 hits.
2d4 plus 2. So that's 6, and with a double-bladed scimitar, you can take your bonus action to make a secondary attack with it, which I'm going to do. $15.
15 hits.
For another 3.
3. All right. All right. It's still standing. Not exactly enjoying it, but still going.
All right.
Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's my action and my bonus action.
All right. With that, next is Leslie. Leslie came along not knowing what was going on. There was a lot of emotion happening, and there's confusion. Doesn't know what's going on. Are we in trouble? Is this?
If you don't want to fight, you can feel free to leave.
Please stop talking and shoot magic at it.
But if you would like to fight, please. We'd appreciate the help.
Okay. And she kind of just. Yeah, that's a good. She just kind of starts throwing firebolts. What?
At random people.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, make the problem worse.
Yeah. Let's see. She hits with that.
And that was the day the Bosun Tavern burnt to the ground.
And all the king's horses and all the king's men.
I didn't know it was so flammable.
It's made of wood, Leslie.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't normally do something like this. I
panic.
I panicked. Okay.
Again, I feel like I need to keep reminding everyone here is 16.
Yes.
Panic is the immediate response to everything.
And
Panic
should
is
be.
an appropriate response.
All right. So she goes over towards Bucky because she thinks he's gonna at least be the better option because she sees that the one that he was working on is getting down, so she kind of goes over and helps out, and shoots a firebolt at it, and firebolt Method doesn't like that, and that is her turn. That's it. With that, we are at Kai. What you doing?
I'm going to do the typical squishy squish thing before somebody can attack me. Glare for effect. I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself because, god damn it, I'm not going to have a low AC. It's 13 plus my dex, which is 1, so it's a 14 AC versus an 11 AC.
Cool. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's
all right.
That's it.
All right. With that, we are at Alexi.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try and find a point where I can hit Bucky. I'm gonna try and hit Bucky, Bernard, Herschel, Kai, and I guess now Leslie. I'm gonna find a point and activate my new channel divinity, which I believe is. Let me double check. I think it's a bonus action, but I want to.
What is the range on it?
30-foot radius.
I can tell you right now, you are not going to be able to hit everybody.
Okay. My immediate.
Let me tell you like the layout. If you're looking at the map, you, Kai, Kai, did you move that round?
No.
Okay, Kai stood there. You, Kai, and Bernard have not moved. You are still standing, like just inside the main entrance, in front of the roundabout bar. Okay. Bucky and well, Bucky is over on the far left-hand side of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Is already engaged the methods.
Yep.
Leslie is kind of hiding behind a table somewhere between
Okay.
those two groups, and then Herschel is off to the right. I'm pretty
Okay.
much
So I'm going to try and split the difference. I'm going to try and get both Bucky and Herschel inside. If I can't, if I have to choose between one, I'm going to try and get Bucky because I
Yeah.
think Herschel got some armor on him.
No.
And I'm going to
wearing
activate that.
any
Yeah. It does take an action. So Bucky, whenever you end your turn in what appears to literally just be a sphere of twilight, like stars start sparkling around Alexi in a perfect sphere and swirling almost as if like a what is the term? Long exposure of the night sky.
Okay.
And if you end your turn in there, I can give you 1d6 temp HP or end a charm or frighten on you. Same goes for any ally who does that. In the meantime, I am going to raise my holy symbol of Athreos, and a small shield is going to appear out of starlight on Bucky's back, and I'm going to call Shield of Faith on him as my bonus action. I can do that because using a Channel Divinity is a class feature, not a spell. It is a spell light feature, so I can cast it and do another spell on my turn.
okay. Cool.
I had to look up the rules on that.
So long as action economy allows.
Fair enough. All right. So you have your channel divinity centered on yourself, and then you have
Yes.
a shield of faith on
Bernard, not Bernard. Bucky. I apologize.
Bucky. On Bucky. Okay.
So Bucky's
Okay.
AC is now, I believe, 11.
Well, no, my
Is-
AC, my current AC is 12. I don't know what
Add a +2 to that.
okay, so now I am at 14, which isn't terrible, but could do better.
It's the same as the wizard.
Mm.
All right. Cool. With that, right now the only ones, two, three, six. The only ones. I'm gonna say the only ones getting benefit from your aura is Kai, Bernard, and Leslie.
Okay.
So
With how they're placed, that makes sense. I'm a little. If Herschel can get into it, that's awesome. If he can't, well, I'll try to move to help him out later.
cool. All right, and that's it for you.
That's it for me. That's my whole turn.
Okay. With that, we are at the methods. So, guys, two of you are already some of their business. So, those are the ones they're going to go after. Bucky, I'm gonna need you make two dexterity. Bucky and Herschel, I'm gonna need you both to make two dexterity saving throws.
Okay. The first one is a
17.
Oh, hold on. Geo, go first.
17 and 14.
17 and 14. You pass both of them, so you're going to take half of this.
Always a nice thing to hear.
You are going to take 7 damage. Half of 15 to 7. And then Herschel, what were your saves?
18, 17.
All right, that's pass. You are going to take half as well. You are only going to take half of 7, which is 3. So, you guys are standing right up in Steam Method's business. You both just hit a Steam Method, and you see them kind of like swirl and begin to like spiral. Their bodies, like they are staying still. Their heads are staying still. Their upper torsos are staying still, but their lower torso and their like the bottom of themselves just start spinning as this energy just kind of spirals up through them, and they spew a steam breath onto you, and you get kind of you manage to dodge out of the way of 2 steam breath attacks, but you're still kind of singed a little bit. And with that, yep, that's it. That is the Mephit's turn. They are going to the ones that you hit are going to stay in front of you. The ones you did not hit are going to move away.
How many methods are there? Sorry.
4. There are 4
Four.
methods.
Gotcha. Okay.
2 on each side.
Gotcha.
So, Bucky and Herschel, you each have 1 Mephit staying in front of you. The other Mephit that was there are going to move away. I will allow both of you to each have an opportunity attack against them.
I'll take it.
19.
19 hits.
16.
16 hits.
Oh, didn't get hold of that one. 6.
6 damage.
7.
And 7 damage. This is still good. Still good. All right. And those 2, Kai, one of the Mephits heads towards Leslie and is on top of her. The other one only can make a dash action. You're going to get it to Bernard, Alexi, and yourself, but cannot do anything else.
Okay.
Actually, no, they already attacked this turn. They are using action, so they cannot use a dash action. So they are going to be just kind of hovering off to the right over the tables that are over there. So for some visualization, as you guys kind of ran in, the rest of the bar has been evacuated. So they're kind of overturned tables. There's some chairs that are not upright. Dishes are still kind of there's still food just kind of laid about. Drinks are everywhere. But yeah, for the most part, the bar is empty save for the party and the Mephits.
So what you're saying is there's cover.
Yes, there is.
I think it's Bernard's turn.
Yes, it is. Bernard, your turn.
How far away are they from me?
Let's see.
I was exactly where Bucky was, and you said that he can get there with his fly speed. So how far away am I?
You're closest to the one off to the right. That one's going to be about. That's going to be about 25 feet away.
I can make it. So, canonically, I was thinking of one thing if I couldn't make it in that turn, but since all of this has gone down, I feel like Bernard enters the whole scene, sees all of this go down. Who is in the most need right now? Who is in the worst way?
Let's see. The only 2 that have been hit are Herschel and Bucky, but they've only been hit for 7 and 3, so they're still looking somewhat sturdy.
We have level 2 hit points, Ed.
Yes, you also you. It's fair.
So what I'm hearing is that Bucky is reaching yellow health, and Herschel has been punched in the face. Not hard, but punched enough in the face.
And he's smiling, almost laughing at it.
There you go.
Also
I
have a method on the other side of you that is over one of the wizards that just happened to show up. You didn't weren't
I was
expecting.
about to say, I think I did hear tell of a Mephit being anywhere close to a wizard, which means they are in dire straits. So, how does that Mephit look, the one that's near Leslie?
That method is that well, they've all been hit. The the banner. What? Excuse me, sir. Sir. Okay, a dog just kind of runs into the bar and steps on everything. Congratulations, everyone's dead.
No, we were killed by the worst enemy of all.
Right now they are all kind of like a little incorporeal. They're kind of parts of them are fading into just kind of regular steam, and they're trying to kind of like you can tell that they're kind of concentrating to keep themselves in the same in some sort of corporeal shape. The worst off is actually the one with Bucky.
Okay.
That
So
one's
Bucky, yeah. So in Bernard's mind, he sees Bucky putting in work. He sees Bucky's a little bit battered. He's like, all right, he's got it. I look at Herschel. Herschel, do you look okay? Would you say?
Herschel looks like he's having the time of his life. He's laughing.
Fantastic. I leave him alone. I go to the wizard in the most danger out of the two. And I go and I start fighting that Mephit.
Okay, so that one's actually going to be the one on the left. That one is, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. That one's going to be 35 feet from you.
35 feet, you say?
Yes.
I start like running up in like that. If you guys ever played Fire Emblem, you know the knight class, like the heavy armored troops. That's how I picture Bernard.
Yeah.
He's kind of like clunking and running as he goes. He's going to sheath his sword for the time being, pull out a javelin. At about like 10 feet, I would throw a javelin at the Mephit. That way I can at least throw an attack, but I will move my full movement speed to where I am 5 feet away from it, but within 5 feet of Leslie.
Okay. Yeah. Make your attack.
Ooh, actually, or but before I do that, just to kind of retcon a little, because I forget that I also have spells. Can I make like some sort of insight check to kind of maybe get a sense of how these things fight, or is that out of the question?
How these things what?
How they fight, like maybe like are they more like dexterous? Are they more like just like are they just beings of smoke? Because I rolled a 6 on my history check on what these things are, and I see that they are made of steam. But I don't know if that's like something else. If I can't do any of that, then I might just like I might just do Sacred Flame or something. I don't know. But I want to like be sure that
See, I'm because there is a fighter skill that comes like later in. I think it's like a level 7 skill where they're actually.
if that's the case, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna cast Sacred Flame anyway. So instead of throwing the javelin, I would keep my sword out and I would raise my shield. The shield glows a little bit, and the flame kind of forms above me and rains down on the Mephit. That is I believe, dexterity saving throw. Let me see. Yes, dexterity saving throw.
All right, what's my DC?
Roll it and find out. It's a 12.
12. Okay.
Yep.
Rolls an 18.
Cool. So nothing.
It kind of.
But yeah. So it's mostly just a distraction at this point. It's like, ha! And I throw down.
Well, bad news is yes, it doesn't. The flame itself doesn't work. It doesn't do damage. Good news is you got the focus of this method. It's not going to go after Leslie.
Okay, works for me.
You do the flame. It just kind of like eats up the flame, and it's like because it is part. It is water and flame, and it is just like, oh, this is. If it could speak, it would be saying, "Oh, this is just making me more powerful." But it can't.
Now,
speak
I
on it.
don't know if that would change your answer, but it is radiant damage, not fire damage.
Oh, radiant damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame does
It's
radiant
it's
damage.
it's holy damage. It's paladin damage.
Fair. All right. Well, it just goes through it. It's just like it looks down, sees it did nothing, looks back up. And,
Bernard is shocked at this revelation.
it managed to kind of like woo out of the way, and goes. Now it's got its full attention on you. Just like just.
Ew.
All right. So with that, is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take that as your final answer. With that, we are back at the top of the order. Bucky.
So, as far as if I'm remembering correctly, the thing in front of me is still alive, right?
Yes, but it is. The only distinct thing about it right now are its claws and its very telltale nose.
Cool. I'm gonna swing at it.
Cool.
So I preemptively, just for clarification for when this gets on stream and people can see what I just did. Before I said I was going to do anything, I rolled my dice like an idiot. And I rolled a natural 1. And I'm hoping that, Ed, you'll forgive me and let me roll again.
You know, I would have.
Yep.
Had you just not told me.
I wanted to be fair, and I didn't want to cheat. So...
I don't see any way of making advantage for this.
Oh my god.
Banner.
Well, it's fine. If we're gonna keep it, I rolled before I said anything. It's fine. I rolled in that one.
Yeah, I appreciate. You know what? I'm not going to punish your honesty, so that's what I'm going to do. Because otherwise, Nat 1, I would have given the method an opportunity to attack.
And I would have agreed.
So Nat 1 with no punishment.
Yay! Good God, somebody else go.
Yep. With that, Herschel.
Bucky, did you move?
No.
Roll 1d6.
Is he within your aura?
He should be if he didn't move.
No, you're back. Okay, Cedric, are you looking at the map?
Yeah.
Okay, you are back by the main entrance, which is at the bottom of the map. He is off to the left, over all the way back over by the kitchen.
Yeah, I thought I had moved forward, so he was included.
Okay, you would have had to.
If no one else has it, I will give it to Bucky. That I was moving up so Geo could have some extra 10 hit points. So if no one else has it, I apologize. But
sorry, I did not hear that you had moved. I thought you were still standing over by the entrance.
Okay, I apologize if that wasn't made clear. No, I had tried to say I move forward, that way I could get Bucky in, and if that leaves people behind, then unfortunately so be it. I can move back if I need to.
Let's see. There is a spot just behind the bar that Banner. What are you doing?
Being
Sorry,
banner.
the dog is climbing back and forth over the bed.
Yeah.
There's a spot just behind the left side of the bar that if you stand there, you can get everyone except Herschel.
That if I can retroactively move to there, that would be ideal placement for me because I'd like to make sure everyone.
I will allow it.
I appreciate it. But yeah,
Okay.
Bucky, roll 1d6 and you can gain that many temp HP.
Got it. All right, that's 3.
Cool. Next in initiative.
That would be Herschel.
All right, so as Herschel takes the hit, he grins at the burnt, the steam burn. Can't take the heat. Stay out of the kitchen. And the area around him kind of warps and twists. Roll a d8. And around him, flowers and vines. Like the area seems to turn and kind of looks like wither bloom for a moment, and the flowers and vines of the swamp kind of appear around him, kind of like roots around him. And he grits his teeth, spits out some blood, and goes in on the Mephit again. He is raging. 15 feet around me is difficult terrain for my enemies.
Oh, this is weird. You'd think steam methods would not be affected by difficult terrain, but apparently they do. Anyway, all right, difficult terrain. In a how big of a radius?
15 feet.
15 feet. All right. Cool. Yeah. And then you attack?
Yep. Uh, 14.
14 hits.
84 plus 4. That's 10.
10. Cool. Still up.
And
Not
I
looking.
don't have my secondary attack because I've used my bonus action to rage. So I am all but spent. And as he's using the double-bladed scimitar, it's constantly spinning. It looks more like as he's wielding it, like a big propeller, like it's just continuously spinning, and will dip in, dip out, kind of like a saw blade. So as he swings the blade out and around, it slices through, and he pulls it back and is still continuously flipping it with one hand.
Cool. All right. Yeah, the Mephit's still there, but not looking pretty. With that, we are back at Leslie. Leslie is. Oh, okay. I guess I got myself into. What am I doing here? Help!
Now's not the time to fight. Shoot!
What? But I'll be all right. I can do this.
And then shoot something.
Okay. All right. Oh, damn. 1. Okay. 60 feet, is that? Nope, that's not gonna be it. Okay. She's kind of under a table. And so she's got that steam method that was kind of coming in on her that now has its eyes on Bernard. And she realizes that this one is not going to go after her for the immediate moment, but so she decides to go after the one that's going. So the one after Bucky, because that seems to be the one that she thinks she can take on right now. And Bucky, you go to take another swing, and as you do, this thing just dissolves into flame and heat, and you kind of feel the steam and humidity just woof over you. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it! I swear to God. 18.
18. You are fine. You do not take any damage.
Yay. Now leave me alone.
All right. So yeah, we have one method down. With that, Kai.
Okay. I am going to which one's closer to me? The one by Bernard or the one by Herschel?
One by Leslie and Bernard.
Okay. So I'm going to make my way slightly closer to them.
Making your way downtown.
Walking fast.
I'm a seagull. Go fuck yourself. Sorry.
I am going to cast Witch's Bolt on the one by them.
Okay. Is that a attack or is that a saving throw?
Attack.
Attack.
All right. Roll your attack. That hits.
Hit target takes 1d12 lightning damage.
Cool. Cocked.
Banner, you can't go play with the boys. I'm sorry.
That's a 11.
No, it rolled,
Okay.
so it's not cocked. It's 11.
Okay. It's just flat D12, no modifiers.
Nope, it's just flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
11 damage. Nice. What does your witch bolt look like?
So my wonderful necklace.
Mm-hmm.
My little caster thing, brain work. So it kind of I kind of move my gem off of my chest,
Mm-hmm.
and it creates a wonderful, like, arcing lightning bolts that just kind of reaches out to hit my target.
Interesting. All right. Yeah, it does not like that being its kind of part water and just like. And this thing is It's connected to you. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. With that, Alexi, you are up.
Alrighty. Are there... So we have one method that is attached to a witch bolt. Herschel is making his way through another couple, right?
Herschel is currently one-on-oneing it with one over over
Okay.
the right side, and then there's one hovering between, kind of where it's off to the right, but it's in the main seating area.
Okay. There are only two currently, however, yeah?
There are three.
Okay, so the third one is so there's the one near Herschel, the one near Kai, and the one off, I presume, fighting Bernard.
Bernard actually went over to the left by Leslie and
So there's still
Leslie and there's Leslie and Bernard are on the left. Kai is kind of making her way over. Do you move?
Yeah, I said I moved.
Right.
I've got to be closer, slightly closer.
Yes. So Kai, Leslie, and Bernard are on the same side, are on the left side, going after one method. There's another method kind of hovering over the right side main seating area. That's the lower one. And then Herschel is currently one-on-oneing it with another method that is in the overflow seating area. That's the one that's kind of like up on the stage.
Yeah, I am just going to guiding bolt the lone method that is over on the right side.
All right.
I believe that is a... Let me double check the thing, but I think it's a spell save on your part.
Okay.
Yeah, guiding bolt. I make a ranged spell attack.
All right.
So see if I hit that thing. Right, range spell attack for me is proficiency plus wisdom, so that'll be a +4. And that's cocked. Sorry.
You're good.
I think a 19 on the dice hits.
Yes, it does. Go ahead and make your damage.
Okay, 4d6 damage. Here we go.
4d6.
Yeah, guiding bolt is a fuck of a first level spell.
It's really good.
Yeah, it hurts.
It
really
hurts like a mother.
All right.
And it gives advantage if I don't kill it. It gives advantage on whoever attacks it next.
On whoever attacks it next, I remember.
Yeah. That is statistically unlikely. I rolled all 3, so that's 12 damage.
Is there any pluses? Anything?
No, it is just flat damage. Flat radiant damage.
Okay, so Cedric, and I'm gonna or Alexi, you see. It looks for a minute like this method has been dissipated. The steam just kind of like dissolves away, and then all of a sudden, it kind of just last minute as you're starting to turn away, just you see a pointed, like a clawed hand form out of the steam, and then another one form, and it kind of like swirls around, and the head of the method reforms. It is not doing well, but it is still alive.
So at the end of the spell, after the radiant damage kicks through it, as it reforms, you see little stars hanging around it for the advantage on the next attack. And I just go, fucking kill it! And then I will roll 1d6 for my temp HP. And I get 2!
Yay!
And that's my turn.
All right, after you is the methods. All right, the methods, there are 3 of them left. We're going to resolve this first one we're gonna do is Herschel. The one in front of you is gonna go after you. First, it's gonna roll. See if it gets its thing back. Oh, it does. Okay. Next one. That one does not. That one does not. All right. So Herschel, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Which I have advantage on. Dex against effects that you can see while you are not incapacitated or.
You can very well see this.
18.
18 does it. You only take half of this. You take 4. You take half of 8, which is 4.
All right.
All
It's
right.
a
So
blast of steam, I guess.
yeah, it's it kind of like does the thing it did just a couple seconds ago. Just swirls its energy from its lower torso and then out its mouth onto you. And that's that one. It is going to stay in front of you. The let's see, the other one. The other one that is hovering over the right side, that Alexi you just went after, is going to fly over to you, and is going to make a claw attack against you. +2. What's your AC?
My AC is 18 because I have my shield out.
Cool. It bashes against your shield, but does nothing. And then the one that is over Leslie still has its eyes on Bernard because Leslie did not attack that one. So it is going to go after Bernard. What is your AC?
Bernard wakes up. My AC is 18.
18. All right. Also, again, goes after you, but you manage to block it.
I hunker down.
All right. With that, that is the Mephit's turns. Bernard, you are up.
Boy. Okay. So there's one in front of me still, correct? No one's killed that one.
There
The
is
one
one.
the one that just struck at me.
Yeah, it was floating over Leslie, and Leslie's just kind of like, okay, I may have gotten myself in over my head here.
Can I? You said Leslie's underneath a table,
Yeah, she's kind of hiding under a table.
so that's not flanking, even though we're both right there.
I mean, this is the one that I have Witch's Bolt on. So I don't know if that counts for anything.
Technically flanking. Yeah, Leslie is in cover. She's got 3/4 cover. And Kai, you are not right up on the method. You are doing a distance spell.
I know.
Yeah,
but
so
I'm still. It's still being affected.
Yeah, I mean, technically that is an active attack against it from an ally. So sure, go ahead, take the advantage.
It's a natural 18 plus stuff.
Yep, hits.
All right. It's going to be.
What is the minimum damage you can do?
4.
Okay. Describe how you destroy this thing.
So I kind of hunker down a little bit, look underneath the table, see that I'm not going to get any help from a wizard, kind of like peek out from behind the shield. I bat it away with like a shield bash, and then I just do a mildly glowing slash, just through the middle.
Nice. Yeah, it kind of just like as you make the flash, it just kind of the wind from your swing just kind of disintegrates the method and just goes.
Bernard like freeze frames for a second, kind of like looks around suspiciously, like it's gotta be here. No. Okay.
I am going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good. I'm good at those.
You as well, Kai. Leslie will be making well, but she has advantage because she is in cover.
That's cocked. 15.
All right, Bernard, you save.
12.
You save as well. Leslie does not.
Oh no.
She had advantage because she had cover, but.
Oh no.
Now, how much did she fail by?
4.
I mean, I don't know if there's any way I can persuade you to like maybe bump it up a little bit with my protection reaction. Maybe like I take some damage or something for her or something. I don't know.
What is the wording of your protection ability?
That's gonna go off the DM's rules, not the book rules, because the book rules is like an attack that I can see within 5 feet. That's why I got within 5 feet of her. But then she dove under a table, so me coming over here was pointless anyway. So.
Attack is a actual rolled attack. If this is
yes.
a weapon, it's an AOE. It's an area of effect.
Yeah, which is why I'm asking, like, with my shield, potentially could I help? Because it is an explosion and she is under a table. There's a lot blocking this thing from her.
I gave her advantage because of the table, and she rolled really poorly.
Okay.
Tell you what, I will give her one more chance. One more.
By the way, Leslie was in my aura, right?
Leslie, yes.
Did she ever roll for her temp HP?
This is really. I can roll it. Is it D6?
It's a D6.
She's got 6.
Okay, cool. So she has 6 temporary hit points to mitigate whatever damage comes down the pipe.
Yeah, she rolled another 4.
Cool. I'm just trying to help as much as I can.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay.
Well, I've done all I can do.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, did I roll for my temp HP? Am I in the aura?
You are, actually. Go for it.
Would be. And Kai, you would also be in the temp aura.
It's a D6, Cedric?
It's a D6.
Oh, you fool! I got 1. 1 temp HP.
Sorry.
Okay. Got 6 temp HP. What's your HP? With it.
My HP is 12 plus. I just rolled 3, so
okay.
15.
She's 7. Okay, so that puts her down to 14. Okay. All right. Yep. The temp HP helped, Cedric.
Hooray! I did not want to kill a classmate.
Yeah. I mean, she got the temp HP and then immediately lost it.
That is better.
The best thing that can be done for temp HP.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Get rid of it.
Of lost right after gaining it.
Yep. Anyway, that that was Bernard's turn.
Now I was supposed to take damage, as was Kai, correct?
No, you both passed, so you take no damage.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a either you take it if you fail, you don't if you pass.
So essentially, I do my slash, look around suspiciously, and like, is that? I feel like that wasn't it. Ah! And it explodes, and I throw my shield up, and like whatever blast hits against my shield, and I'm like, oh, see, I knew that couldn't be it.
Ow!
Oh. And then I look at Leslie.
Okay, I mean, she's kind of doing that pat down thing of like, am I? It just grazed me. I'm fine. Fine. I'll be alright.
Good. I nod. With my 1 temp HP, I stride forward. I have 30 feet of movement. Are there any mephits in my initial area?
There is one currently after Alexi, just on the other side of the bar from you.
I'll go and help my religious buddy.
All right.
If I can, I want to sidle up right next to Alexi.
Let's see. 30 feet.
Yeah, 30
I'd
feet.
say it's going to use up all 30 feet of your movement because technically it would only be like 10 feet, but you got to go over a bar. So just with all of your movement, you can get over there.
Wonderful. I use my paladin strength and leap with full heavy armor over the bar.
It is excruciating to watch because everybody in the battle just stops and watches you do it. It's just like,
to me, it's like when the hobbits are climbing a fucking mountain, but to everyone else, it's just like this little guy in somewhere going, grabbing and like.
It's the Mephits. The Mephits stop too, and they're like just waving at him like, "What?"
Yeah, just like what the fuck.
This guy with you.
For my friends, and I jump into battle again.
All right. With that, we are back at the top of the order. Bucky.
Which one of the, if I'm understanding correctly, there's only really one remaining method, or is there two?
There are two. The one again. There's one currently that Herschel is going after on the other side of the stage from you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you went to the left side, he went to the right side, and then there's one currently being flanked by Alexi and Bernard down behind the bar.
So I'm gonna tackle the one that is behind the bar.
Okay.
You have advantage on this attack.
I need it apparently.
Go ahead, roll your attack.
The first one is a 15.
You kill it.
So much like what happened the last time we had to fight something, I literally do a flying dive slash.
It doesn't even like. It looks at you. You barely begin to touch it, and it just falls apart.
Then I smash my head into a wall because I went too fast.
You don't actually. There's nothing back there for you to smash into, so you just kind of roll on the ground. But Alexi, Bernard, and Bucky, you are all going to need to make a dexterity saving.
Here I go again.
Oh, I don't enjoy this.
Fuck. 10.
10. You meet the DC.
14 on the dice plus 2 is 16.
You are good, Bucky or Bernard.
Oh, I didn't realize I was meant to be rolling. My bad.
Yeah, you climbed over there. We made the scene. Just the.
Yes, we did your whole thing, Javen. You are here.
We all watched it.
Now see. I did roll a 3, and that does become a 2. So.
You take 5 steam damage.
For flavor, for pure flavor, Ed, Can it be that I rolled into Bernard?
I'm going to say you kind of slashed it into Bernard.
Yeah, that's
and-
fine.
So what you're saying is I do all that. I get on the bar. I go to leap for an attack to help Alexi, and my bird brother comes and sidelines me. Ah!
Oh,
To
ouch,
be fair,
shit!
he is inebriated. The boy is drunk.
As it happens, I kind of go, I nailed that one. Hey, Bernard. Oh.
Ah!
No. You're drunk. You don't even notice that you had damage on Bernard.
Okay, that's fair. I just like, that was awesome. Bernard, did you see me?
Would you like to tell him, or shall I?
I feel like, as cartoonishly as it took me to get on top of the bar, he hits me, and I go one frame. I'm standing up straight. The next, I'm face down on the bar. Just and then I very slowly pick myself up and just raise my sword and start get back to combat.
Meanwhile, the whole time, Bucky's like, woo!
Oh, drunk. Not a good thing.
Fuck.
Okay.
I think that brings us to Herschel.
That does bring us to Herschel. Herschel, you are
All
you're
right.
in front of the last steam method.
21.
21 hits.
Nine.
9. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Does that kill it?
Yes.
They explode upon death, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about this. This is laughable. It's just I wanted to make sure that I killed it.
Mm-hmm.
20.
You take no damage. Describe how you take this thing down.
So instead of like using the scimitar, he reaches his hand out, literally just palms its head, and as he does, he turns towards the bar and just starts like beating it against the bar. So pieces of it are coming off, pieces of it are like leaving, and then as he's holding it kind of limp and stuff, the vines that are around him crawl up off of his arm and around the body and neck and just kind of pop the head off.
Okay, that is amazing considering there really was no physical form to this. It was just a cloud of steam.
Hey, I'm a wild
So-
barbarian. This shit doesn't make sense.
I was about to say that magic barbarian. Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Actually, I
pretty
would
sure-
agree.
Okay, so as you guys are just standing there watching this guy slam a steam method into the bar, and I'm sure Kai, you kind of have that thought. Leslie is standing there, just kind of what? But yeah, he is managing to do extreme physical damage to something that really has no corporeal form. And with that, we are out of combat. How are you? How are you guys characters feeling?
Wait. If that is how the combat ends, I want to say, as that happens, now Bernard like peels himself off the bar and stands there like, oh, and just kind of looks around and sees that the fight's over.
Yep.
That was. Wait, what
Bucky,
did we
make
just
a con
do?
save.
Yeah, there we go.
Good.
Kind of
Pretty good.
pats herself down. I didn't almost die.
8.
Bucky, you're not feeling like you were going to pass out, but you're definitely not feeling like you could stand anymore. You need to take a seat, or otherwise you are going to evacuate the contents of your insides.
I prop myself up on the bar. Why is it that whenever we have to get involved, we have to fight something? I'm just saying.
Someone get him a bucket.
Alexi is there holding out a shield.
I'll be perfectly.
Dress goes away. I can't do that.
No, the dress needs to stay.
Alexi is holding out his shield underneath Bucky, just like, do not hold it in.
Like a dish? Like what? It's like vomiting onto a plate. What the fuck?
So, question. Has everybody ran out of the bar except for us?
Yes.
Herschel has found his way around the bar, slides a pitcher over their way, an empty one, and has turned around and is filling another pitcher for himself.
Fantastic. Bernard takes the pitcher, moves Alexi's plate out of the way, and holds a blank pitcher in front of.
Actually, for continuity, it's probably the hat that Bucky puked in later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, about
sitting on the side.
Probably about 10 seconds later after you're done, the not Tulk, but actually Curdy comes in. All right, where are they? What's going on here?
Curdy, the team method, they ran crazy.
Well, yeah. Sorry, my mind is. I'm trying to for some reason I'm going back to my Australian accent, even though Curdy is Scottish, and for some reason my mind remembers Scottish. So give me a second.
For us Americans, it's very similar.
The same thing happened when I was playing Cell, and every time Tulkria spoke, I was like, "Oh fuck, I've got to reorient myself and actually try and speak with a different accent than because my mind wanted to go to Russian every time Cell would be
Big
in a
hammer vibes.
Yes. All right. Well, I guess you didn't burn down the bar, so that's a plus.
It's a little watered down.
Alexi, come with me. We're gonna go take. I need your help fixing the kitchen. And so she kind of goes into a panic, sprint towards the kitchen, and as you are technically part of her staff, asks you to help her clean the kitchen.
See, Alexi shakes out his arms, and his weapons fall back into the mists as they go. He just cracks his neck and goes through the door, going, "Oh, I'm not getting paid enough for this."
And you go back into the kitchen. What is everyone else doing?
Cleaning my mouth. Or
I
my beak.
I'm like since I took so much time getting up on the bar, I'm still sitting on the bar with my legs kind of kicking near Bucky. I look over at Herschel. I go behind the bar and I take out like a small empty mug for my size, and I just kind of
oh yeah,
hold out to him and shake a little bit.
As soon as she came in, he didn't say anything. He fills a pitcher for him. He looks around for a second, finds a couple of other bottles, fills a couple of cups with something else, looks at Bucky, looks down at the bar, looks back at Bucky. You see him make something else, and it looks kind of milky as he sets it on the bar and kind of slides it over to Bucky. And then
Bernard catches it.
Puts one out for Leslie, puts one out for Kai, puts one out for Bernard, and then he'll turn towards the serving window and slam on it with his knuckles for a second and sets one up in the window. "Lexi, this is for you. Good job, guys."
I will get it in a second. We are fixing a problem here.
I wanna die.
Just drink it, Buck.
Anyone who wants to can make an insight check, except for Bucky and Alexi. Bucky,
Yeah,
you
that's.
don't notice anything. Alexi, you are not in the room. You are
I
the-
see stars. That's about all I see.
You see the bucket in front of you. Yes.
Yep.
You said insight check?
Insight.
Cool. 6.
Right. You find it suspicious that there is no one coming in, but you have no idea why. Who else?
I rolled a 4, so.
Same thing.
13.
Oh.
Herschel, you kind of put it together that it's kind of standard practice for one of these semi-emergency situations in the past. People are usually just kept out of the building rather than having people rush back in. Curdy just managed to get back in because no one says no to Curdy.
For long.
We
For
we
long.
better get our celebrations in, since sooner or later they're gonna take out that whole nobody goes back in. So we got like maybe 20 minutes before someone shows up. Generally, it's gonna be with some Arcanobots. We probably don't want to be here, and if we are here, we probably don't want to look suspicious. So I'm just not gonna be here.
Yes, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
That's all well and good. But Herschel, who the fuck are you?
Just a student.
No, you know way too much about this school. Who the fuck are you?
Well, I mean, look down at the obviously old first year badge on his coat. I mean, like was said last game, this version of this metal hasn't been used in years. You could call me a super freshman, I guess. I've been here a couple of years.
I stay waiting.
I kind of lean over and I'm like, I tried to get more information out of him earlier today. I don't think it's gonna happen.
But no,
I sip my drink one time and I stare at him with my owl eyes.
Bucky will actually look at Bernard, like prying his eye open from the fact that he is now feeling like death itself. Can we have this conversation later, please? For the love of God, just take me back to my dorm.
Fine. And I place my unfinished drink on the counter, hop off, and help Bucky out.
Did Bucky drink his?
I drank as much of it as I could, but keep in mind that I was halfway between a bucket and your drink.
Yeah, you would not have been able to drink
That's,
anything.
it's like milk of magnesia.
Yeah.
It's for the stomach.
I still feel like hell.
Oh yeah.
He pukes it right back up, but it kind of helps. So, Bucky, you could start feeling a little better. You're not exactly, you're not as nauseous, but you were. The milk got a lot of the bad shit out. And so it's not-
No two ways around it. I feel like shit.
You
Yeah.
feel like shit, but you don't feel like you're dying.
And obviously, since for continuity the other students start coming in, we apologize for her hat. Before everybody gets fully in, or we leave, Herschel's gonna take a moment and activate his magic awareness. And he's going to take just a slow look around the bow's end, both out in the main area where we fought, where the methods were, and then take a quick look in the kitchen as well.
Give me what is the wording on the ability?
As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
Okay. You.
So I'll actually use both of them. I've got 2 uses of it,
Mhm.
just to be fair, because I don't think I could like do a full sweep of the front and the back without in 3 seconds. So I'm going to use both of them.
Okay. So in the front, you definitely pick up the elemental magic of the methods. Their essence is, while inactive, still kind of lingering in the air. But you go back towards the kitchen. You you kind of activate your sense, and you get a ping over where Curdy and Alexi are currently working, and that is the cauldrons. You're getting strong conjuration magic.
All right. And just to make sure, when I was looking at the elemental forces, there was no charm magic on the
No,
methods.
nope.
Okay, just want to check on that. So as they're doing that, he's gonna walk over to the cauldrons. What you cooking?
Who, uh, just some of the basics, just some stew, and there was a swamp special tonight. And what, why you ask?
Just wondering. These aren't magical or anything, right? Just some metal pots.
All right, there's just the only magic happening is what I cook.
All right. Hey, Kai,
Yeah?
can you detect magic?
No.
I can.
Come on back.
Okay.
Do you want me to go with you, Leslie?
I mean, with him, please.
Okay.
Yeah, they come back. Leslie.
While he's waiting for them, he's picked up like a hunk of bread and he's just dipping it in the stew of one of the ones that doesn't seem weird and just like double dipping in it and eating it.
No, no taste. No, I'm the only one that tastes from the pot.
Trust me, it's fine. Trust me.
No. It's not fine. It's my pot. It's my kitchen. My rules.
Fine. And he will like pick a bowl up and just kind of serve himself a bowl and is still watching, waiting for Leslie and Kai.
They get back there. And yeah, Leslie casts Detect Magic. Give me a second. It's pretty much the same as what your sense was, right?
But it lasts for much longer.
I
I probably didn't get a good look at what it was. I just saw that it was magical. I would have seen what type of school it was, conjuration, but he should be able to learn the actual spell.
All right. Let's see. Duration says 30 feet. Sense magic in this way. You can see the action. Okay. Kai, you see Leslie go down to the pots. She kind of goes around, and you kind of see this like this glowing greenish aura kind of come off her hands and into her eyes, as she's kind of like sensing what kind of magic is pots. um, and you see her eyes for a moment go wide, and she turns around and looks right at you, and all banner out. I see you. she kind of looks around and is like, I think it would be a good idea to take a small sample of this of what I'm there is something here that I think that would be very of interest. Why?
You know what? I think I'm catching.
What?
I think I'm catching what you're throwing. How about you guys do that while I go taste this stew over here? And he's like moves over in Curry's eyes, like obviously, and is doing that thing where he's doing something wrong, obviously, to catch her attention.
Mm-hmm.
He's being a distraction.
Alexa is just going to continue working.
Was
Yeah,
was
she's got
someone
you.
was someone saying Bernard or
Yes.
Alexi?
Yes.
Oh, hi. What's going on?
Do you have any more of those vials?
Of what?
Just an empty vial.
I think I only took. I think Ed. I think I only took one. I could have another one, I guess. But canonically, I did only take one.
No, I rolled for it. You got. I'm gonna say you got 5 more.
Oh.
They
Yeah.
just reached down to their belt, grabbed a handful, and gave you some tubes.
Cool. I am gonna grab some.
You scrape off some of that black ooze.
Black ooze! Woohoo!
All right. Yeah.
Inside or the outside of it?
It is on the outside.
Okay, so it's on the outside. That's a new one.
All right. So after they're done collecting it, and Herschel can tell that they've done what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
He still has Carrie's, attention. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Curdy is just. Well, not really. Curdy is kind of going back and forth between trying to clean her pots and half her attention is on you, half her attention is on the pot, but definitely 0% of her attention is on what Kai and Leslie were doing.
Does it look like she's going to clean the outside of them?
She's getting to the these are her pots. She knows how to clean them, what she needs, and
well, yeah. I don't know if because of how big they are, they don't clean the outside of them. So if it looks like she's going to do that, then that's cool. He's going to pilfer as much food as he leaves, like just stuffing stuff in his pockets inside of his jacket, and kind of whistles his way out the side door. Let's get you home, Bucks.
Alexi, she goes up to you and just goes, well, I'm not gonna ask him for that food back, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to take it out of your next paycheck.
You just see Alexi hold in a sigh, nod, go back to his friends, and start pouring himself a beer.
Fair. All right. With that, Party just kind of lets you. Her reasoning for bringing you in the kitchen was just to kind of get an assessment of the damage because you were honestly the only other kitchen employee that was there at the time. After everyone heads back out of the kitchen, people start coming back in. Actually, funny enough, as you guys are on your way out, Alexi and Bernard, if you could make one last perception check for me.
Okay.
Alexi and Bernard? Okay.
Yes.
No. It's a 7.
Just tell me the number. Just tell me the number.
That is a 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, it's not that hard to spot. You guys both see a groggy looking Scott heading back towards the party. Like he looks confused and he looks so tired, but he is trying to make his way to the party.
As we are walking, I kind of nudge Alexi, point him out, and then as I just like motion for him to like play it cool. Then as we walk past him, assuming he's too bleary-eyed to notice us. I just kind of take the flat of my sword and just like pop, and just like smack the back of his head, and he falls to the ground. and then I laugh to myself.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, he doesn't see anything. He just like gets hit and yeah.
And with that, tonight was a good night for Bernard.
Alright, give me a second. Okay. Would you like to have a conversation with Leslie on the way back?
We should. I don't know.
On the way back, Bucky, Bernard.
So the guys have all gone off, right?
You guys have all gone off. Herschel technically just went into the backyard, but Bucky was helped back to his room by Bernard and Alexi, I'm assuming, and then they went back to their own rooms. But you live across.
We live in the same thing.
Leslie's not starting the conversation.
Because she gave the kiss. That's why she not starting the conversation.
She's just
So about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how new to. I mean, you seem pretty introverted, so my guess is you're still kind of like new to everything too.
Yes.
And I really like you. But I'm scared.
What? Yeah.
Like. I don't know what's gonna happen, and so I think we should take things slow.
Yes. Slow is probably fine. That is
Probably fine. Are you sure?
no. You're right. That was impulsive. And maybe I didn't. It's we've only really known. It was fast. It was fast, and I don't know why I went. I felt like it was.
Wait.
It was but I mean, uh, you're not upset about any. I guess you're not upset.
No, I'm not upset. I
Okay,
want to
cool.
make sure
Yeah,
that we don't rush into things and we don't ruin, because I don't want to ruin our friendship. And I guess that's what scares me the most.
yeah. I guess that is kind of scary. I don't want to. I don't. I definitely don't want to make things worse. Um, yeah. So just lab partners for now, or
I mean, like, I feel like lab partners is like a setback.
do you?
But like, I like friends and like casual, just like going out and having fun together kind of things.
Yeah. Okay, I can. Yeah, I suppose I can do that. And she rushes into her room. She comes back out and kisses you on the cheek and goes back in her room.
Wait. I go into my room and close the door and okay. And kind of like deep breath.
All right, you go back into your room. Quick. You took the front part of the room, right? And Stacy took the back.
Yeah.
Okay, because she would want access to the window to be able to just go in and out.
Yeah.
You have noticed as of late that Stacy has not been using the door at all. She's just been flying in and out of the window to get in and out of the building. You have essentially, outside of magical physiologies, not seen her in almost a month. The only reason you know that she's still around is because you hear her on her side of the room and you see her in her magical physiologies. Other than that, no contact.
Sounds like a battle for another day.
Yep. Okay, over. Go.
I think he wants dinner.
Oh, he wants dinner.
Do you want some food, puppy?
Okay. As he knocks over all my dice.
I'll feed Sebastian and Banner.
Kai is put on a hold for now. The rest of you, we're going to flash forward to the let's see, how far forward do we want to go? Because the next big thing is going to be the next exam, which won't be for another month. So what I'm going to say is, as far as the investigation of the
There you go, fat ass.
What we now know as an Eldritch Bomb, the investigation of that is kind of stalled because now we know what it is. We need to figure out how it keeps getting used. Mm-hmm. So for now, that is kind of on a stall. But we are at the point where we will now roll to see how everyone's doing for classes. Now, last time we did, we just did a flat roll. I feel like that didn't really it didn't reflect everyone's actual skills. So what I'm going to do is, based on your schedule, I'm going to come up with a roll for you to do, and then we are going to I'm going to set a relatively low DC, probably, and then we're going to go from there. First one we're going to start with Geo.
Shit, I came back in just the right time.
Yes. Geo, you are you're taking tutoring. You are no longer at a job. So what you are going to do, reading runes, tactics and strategy, intro elements, stream planiverse. I'm going to have you do I'm going to have you do an intelligence check based on your schedule. Just roll it flat.
I give up.
What was it?
Natural 1.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what? I quit.
No. There's no quitting.
God damn, Bucky.
I
Shit.
so.
Ed,
What's what?
I will take disadvantage on my roll to give him advantage on his roll.
Okay. We're gonna call it tutoring from Herschel. We'll play that out in a second, but Gio, I'm gonna ask you to do this one by hand. Don't do it on Beyond. Do it by hand. Just roll an intelligence check for me.
That means actually me finding my dice.
Oh, wah.
Oh, fuck off. Give me a sec. I think I remember where I got some dice around here. Yep, you'll work. You'll do. That would be a 6.
All right. So yeah, you are, even with tutoring, you are struggling. You're kind of down on yourself for failing your last exams. Things are not going Bucky's way.
Never are.
So we will come back to that. Next, we will go with Javen.
Hi.
Let's see. Magical poetry in physical form, basic combat, celestial, and planar relations. What roll? And then you have Silk Ball. I am actually going to have you do 2 rolls, and we're going to take the average. Or, well, we'll see how. Actually, it's going to determine what classes you're doing bad in and what you're doing good at. So do a athletics check, and then do a charisma check.
Athletics is a 16.
Mm-hmm.
And you just said flat charisma?
Yes.
That is a soft 20.
All right, you're doing decent. Your celestial, your poetry, your planar relations. Those are your best classes this semester. But I mean, you're not doing too bad in your combat and your silk ball. But it's
If anything, it's probably because I was doing so bad in classes the first semester. I started focusing more on that side. Now that I'm doing awesome at Silk Ball, I'm doing pretty decent at combat basics. Like, I can kind of put those on the back burner, and I can actually focus on the academic portion of being at school.
Yeah, you are not as ragged as you were last semester. You are.
God, if anything, Bernard even wears like maybe like his breastplate around now that he's not so tired all the time.
Yeah. All right, so you're doing decent. I would say probably about a B- average.
I'll fucking take it from my last grades.
Fair enough. All right, Kate, you ready to roll for your grades?
You give me a tap to sit down, that'd be great.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You.
Go on, Bubby.
Hi, baby. Okay, what am I rolling?
Let's see. Reading runes, calligraphy, research methodology, botany. I want to say a nature check. And an intelligence check.
Nature and intelligence?
Yep.
That's an 8.
Which one is that?
Nature.
Okay.
Oh, 10.
10?
Plus.
10 stunt. All right. Cool.
You're actually going over there. Fail me. Fucker. And then my straight intelligence is a 19.
19? Okay. Your physiologies, botany, magical creatures, you're not doing too well. I would say that mostly is because in those classes you are kind of multitasking with trying to figure out the bomb.
Okay.
Granted, you're doing well, but not great. You're probably getting about a C in those classes.
That's not well. A B is well. C might as well be failing.
Is that how Kay feels about it, or is that how Kate feels about it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you are getting a C in your botany and your magical creatures classes. But your reading runes, calligraphy, and research methodology, you're getting an A's in. So on average, you are getting a B average. So for now, so next we have Cedric.
Okie dokie. What am I looking at?
Let's see, combat magic, eloquence, physics, and reading runes. I'm going to have you do an arcana and intelligence. No. Arcana and religion.
Okay, sure. Okay, I'm gonna roll Arcana first. Arcana is a nat 1.
Oh dear.
I will fail my.
Religion is a 14.
I will choose to fail to give him advantage on that roll as well.
Okay, what was the religion?
Religion 17 with bonuses.
Okay, so go ahead and re-roll the arcana.
A 5.
Right.
You guys are killing me here.
Yeah, sorry.
So, with that, Alexi and Bucky are both getting help from Herschel, of all places. Let's play that out. Bucky, how do we put this? What are you? You're just overall not doing well. We're gonna flash forward to a week after the incident in Bozend.
I want it known that Bernard at any given point will be asking the same question of Herschel whenever he sees him.
Okay. Yeah. You just got your first report cards back, saying everything that we just went over. Um, Bucky, you're not doing too well.
Never am.
So you are actually getting private tutoring already. With your tutor's name is Ren, and she's doing her best to just kind of all right. I'm not exactly happy about these grades, but well, can't change them. It's not in my power. That is all you.
Bucky
So,
Bucky doesn't really say anything. He's not happy or sad. He's just drained.
mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, not interested. Get your grades up. It's not my problem either way. Yes. Yeah, your tutor is not
Tutor sucks.
when it comes to
Yeah,
actual.
gotta get a new fucking tutor. Jesus, this one's awful. Fuck this guy.
This is a senior, someone in their fourth year who is just not interested in they volunteered for the credits. They didn't. They're not there for. They're more focused on their own shit.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Dickhead.
So your private tutoring, assigned tutoring, is not going so well. Yeah. I don't know how Herschel would figure this out, but
Well, Herschel's always kind of around when he wants to be.
okay.
So it's not actively like, here, I'll teach you. What ends up happening is he finds out that Bucky's tutor's being an absolute dick, and then starts making his tutor's life absolutely horrible. Like,
Okay.
he's hanging out with his tutor, and they're getting in trouble doing stuff, and because of Herschel's reputation with the certain certain staff members, it's like, oh well, that person's hanging out with Herschel, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And so at some point when he's come up to the tutor, in the in where he's eating, sit down. So, look, I understand you only did it for the credits, and you really don't give a shit. But someone in this school gave a shit when you started, right?
So, what's the point?
You think it might be nice to do the same thing for the people below you. Not to mention, you know who he is, right? You know what kind of clout his family has. You want to be a mage and stuff, and you want to realm hop, right? What do you think's going to happen when you realm hop into his home world? So let's think of it this way. I can keep hanging out with you, and I mean, you've seen that last detention kind of sucked. Or you could give just 2 more shits about what you're doing with the kid. He doesn't deserve your attitude.
Make a persuasion real quick.
I would like intimidation instead.
Go ahead.
So that's 19, and I'm going to use a knowledge from the past.
All right.
To add another 6, so 25. And he starts listing all the people that this kid knows that he's screwed over. Like, basically, it's people that this kid has absolutely treated like shit, has stepped on, all this stuff. It'd be real hard if they started talking your advancement counselor, right? I mean, you only have 1 or 2 tests left, right?
I see your point.
Yeah.
Well,
It doesn't take much to care, guy.
girl.
Doesn't take much to care.
Suppose you're right. Well,
think of it this way. He gets to be powerful enough and you need help. You might just be able to call on him for help. But what do I know? I'm just a freshman. And he'll get up and walk away without saying anything else.
Don't like how he just spoke to me. Whatever. Yeah, and Bucky, you notice that your tutor is going to start paying more attention to you for the next month, and please make a note of it that during your study session of the next exam, you will have advantage on your rolls.
The next study session, I will have advantage on my rolls.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Now, the other one Herschel helped was Cedric. Which one, remind me, was the one that you did not do well? Was that Arcana?
That's correct.
All right. So that would be... That would have been your Light and Shadow and Theoretical Physics classes. Those are a little rough. This Theoretical Physics has always been rough, but Light and Shadow, the study of eloquence, it's with Professor Brina. It's the same one that does poetry in physical form. She's being just as vague and unhelpful as she's always been this year, where she's, I don't see how I'm going to be able to tell you that. That sounds something like you should be able to go and figure out yourself. She's been giving more and more of that kind of stuff, where she's not at all the teacher that she's supposed to be.
Yep.
So how would Herschel help Alexi in this aspect?
So Herschel kind of knows this teacher, and this is how she does things on the regular, or is this like a ramp up of what she does?
This is generally how she teaches. She actually would have been just starting just before you went down last time. She would have been in her first year, and now she's in her 5th.
So I'm going to sit in on one of Alexi's classes. Obviously, he's not supposed to be there. He's not on the registry. He's not supposed to be there. But as she starts pulling that, like blah blah blah, you should be doing this yourself. He's going to stand up, and he's going to basically recount. Basically, gets himself called upon for a thing, and he's going to recount what he remembers as the biggest misstep she made as her first year teacher, but without using eloquence to dance around who it is.
Basically calling her out right in front of the entire class while using her curriculum against her.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let me see. All right. How would she do this?
Since I'm bombing my classes,
Uh-huh.
I would like to, if it's okay, have read up on the curriculum that she has put out, so that I'm not caught unaware.
Currently, they are in a study of shadow, the ability to kind of pull darkness out of every situation. So, let's see. You pull up a situation where Professor Brina her entire class, like all her classes, everyone seemed to be not. There were a couple of them that had. There were one or two that had B's, but most of them had C's or lower. And when that happens, that's more something on the teacher rather than the students. But she was constantly insisting that everyone was not listening, was not doing what they needed to do to figure out what she was telling them. And it got to the point where one of her deans had to step in. There had been several complaints from students that she was not really teaching. And after a dean sat in on one of her classes, the dean sided with the students. And she was basically being watched for the rest of the year until she got her students, or at least half her student body, above a B. And you kind of call her out on this and kind of bring attention to the fact that she's kind of going back to that same teaching pattern. And
Stixhaven doesn't have tenured professors, so you got to kind of push it.
Oh, they do, but it's a lot longer to get tenured because of the fact that people tend to live a lot longer. So
then it's what it takes to become a tenured professor, and I only known you here for 5 years.
You see her, and Alexi, you would see this as well. She kind of stands there, just blank. Her eyes, her feather. This is the contrasted barn owl. Her feathers just kind of starting to puff up as she's visibly getting like annoyed, and her eyes they don't change from they're still blue, but they're more of a pale blue at this point rather than a bright, vibrant kind of like just a sky blue. But she kind of puffs up, and you see the ink tendrils that she usually has falling around kind of just shoot out. They don't like break anything. They don't disturb anything. They just they shoot out in places to kind of block. They close the windows along the hall and block out the light till everything is just completely black. And then about 5 or 6 seconds later, everything of the lights come back up and she is gone.
What's interesting?
There's no teacher.
What you got to remember, Alexi, is they're here to teach you. It's nice and all that they have their own experiments. It's nice that they have that freedom, but they're here to teach you. They're not going to teach you. They're not going to show you how to find a light in the darkness, find some way to pull light from shadow or see the shadows in the light. They're not doing the job. You should expect better from your professors.
I think that's going to kind of resonate with Alexi, and he, especially because he comes from the domains of dread, he doesn't really have the opportunity to hold people in power accountable. So I feel like this is definitely his way of looking at it and going, hey, maybe I actually can be a little more active about making sure people are doing what they're supposed to do.
It's a very you make the decision, you make the choice to be part of it or be a watcher.
All right. Cedric, you will get the same opportunity that Gio will have. Coming up on your exams, you will have an advantage on your study phase.
Appreciate it. That's awesome.
Cool. The rest of you, how would you like to? Javen, your classes are going swimmingly. They're about as good as not a top student, but definitely within the top 100 of the class. And I will give you, it is a class of probably about 1,000. And then Kay, you're just up there as well.
Say my name right.
Kai. Sorry. We all have a problem currently. Kai, you're up there just as well. But other than that, studies, they're on their way up. That's fine, Javen. You're good. So what we're going to do now is, I don't want to jump ahead to the next thing, but I really, honestly, I did not expect the combat to go so quickly. Yes. Oh, you need out. Okay. Give me a second. Ow. Yeah. So how's everyone feeling? Personally, I'd like to have a quick I don't want to start anything big right now because Kate and I wanted to do a hard end of the session at 10. But I don't want to jump ahead right now because last time we did that, we missed quite a bit of role play opportunity. Because the next thing is not going to happen for another couple weeks, and that is your exams for owlbears. Actually, you know what? There is one thing that will be coming up in a little while that you guys would hearing rumors about. And that is a performance that will be happening towards the end of the year. It's kind of a yearly thing that happens. That usually it happens at the end, at the rose stage in Silver Quill. The Rose Stage Festival. The Rose Stage Festival is where people put those in the upper classes tend to put on performances for what they've been putting together this entire year. And so there are people going around just kind of it's just kind of a rumor mill. None of you have been actually approached to do anything, but it's generally a talked about event of like, hey, are you going? Or hey, do you know anybody in this that's going to do anything? Or hey, this is what I heard is going to go on at the Rose Stage Festival. But it's something that is going to be happening towards the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So yeah, with that, you know what? I don't see why not. Let's do it this way. With that, we are going to go back to Bucky. You there?
I'm here.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear. So Bucky, you are in your tactics and strategy class. This is an indoor class today, and this is probably right after you. This is the week after the incident Bozen. And your Captain Honnelly has just passed out this semester's big assignment, and that would be to develop. It's basically to develop your leadership skills. You are going to be breaking into somewhere and retrieving something, and so this semester we will be all forming teams to break into the Captain Dapplewing's manor. It has been cleared out of all staff members, all resident members for this semester, and you will all take this time to come up with a plan to break in, to retrieve an item upstairs in the attic, break out, and bring it to me, all without being detected. You will have as many chances as you can until the end of the semester. Should you be caught, the regular disciplinary actions of someone breaking into a building will be applied. This is an assignment. It's a long semester assignment, and they will count for half your grade. Now, if you would like to begin forming your teams, report to me, and you will be given your assignment. You will be given the item you will retrieve from there.
As the teacher says that, I raise my hand.
Mr. O'Donnell, so we have a question.
Yes, ma'am. I was wondering. I know that the people I'm about to name are not technically in this class, but I was wondering if we could use teams outside of the students we have here.
Oh yes, of course. It is in the curriculum. It is in the syllabus.
Awesome. In that case, I know exactly
No, write it down. Write it down. Then turn it in. You don't need to announce it to the class.
Yes, ma'am.
That said, sabotage is allowed. Essentially, there will be prizes for those that turn it in first, second, and third. Should you be the last ones to retrieve your item from the attic, there will be consequences.
I write down Alexi, Bernard, Kamaris, and our newest friend. Need to make sure I'm saying the name right here.
Herschel.
Herschel.
This is tactics, right?
This is tactics and strategy. He's
Sitting
technically
right next to you.
Oh,
I'm back. I missed everything after the end of Alexi's class.
I will explain it to you in just a little bit. Let me finish this up.
Yeah. Okay. So Herschel is sitting right next to you in your tactics and strategy.
He's looks
I-
like he's just kind of head lolled back, eyes open. He is not either paying attention or I'd honestly say he looks dead.
I kind of, hey Herschel, Herschel, and then
How
I
long is
literally
the class
punch him.
going for?
Then I literally punch him in the arm. Herschel.
Ed, how long's the class been going for?
This is kind of wrapping up, so I probably about 50 minutes.
Okay.
This is about 10 minutes before the end of class that she's assigning the assignment.
So when you got here, he was already like this in a chair.
Yeah, but now I need you, so.
Yeah, when you slug him in the shoulder. Hell.
Look, class is almost. It's time to pick teams to break into a castle.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I was thinking because we can use people outside of our outside of the class here we got here. I figured we'd invite the 3 people that we always get in trouble with now.
Hey, Sebs. Sebs.
Oh, he's awake. Yes.
If we put them on the list, do they have to help us, or is it just who we want?
I will need their signatures, everyone on your team.
And if we can't get them,
Yes, they can be on your team. They have to be students. They cannot be faculty. And no one above second year.
I've done this before.
I don't know. Have you?
He's talking about the fact that she just picked up what he was saying. He was going to put a bunch of faculty members down. You see him, he's like scribbling out names as she says that.
She would know that you have a tendency to kind of find loopholes or ways of getting around what she said. And so she's trying to fill as many as she can think of.
So
it's not that
if Bucky's looking, he's already had Sybil Honnelly and Augusta Tully, and as she says, no faculty members, he just kind of scratches them out. Yeah, it looks like I'm free.
Cool. So, how about we get the gang together and we figure out how we can break into this place without being seen?
Sounds fun.
Awesome. And with that, I fly off to where I believe my friends are.
Mr. O'Donnell, you still have to. He is taken off.
Yep, I am not coming back.
There's still 10 minutes in class left.
Well, now we know why I'm failing.
Well, since there's 10 minutes of class left, how about we start a conversation about...
About what, Mr. Barrowsinger?
You're wearing to the dance.
Any questions about the assignment?
What are you doing the day of the assignment?
This is not a day assignment. This is a semester-long assignment. There's no specific day for me to be doing anything.
So you're free?
No.
I'm sensing some hostility here.
Mr. Barrising, I am aware of your reputation. While I may have not personally taught you in the past, I know your tendencies to get under people's skin. Given the fact that you have gotten under people's skin that I am not exactly fond of, I have been willing to overlook certain methodologies, but point those methodologies towards me, and I will make sure that you go back into that box and never come out for the next 20 years.
Jeez.
Now, that said, are there any questions on the assignment?
Is that very, very, very obvious look like he's got like 20 other things he might want to say and is debating whether he should or should not say them? Isn't killing a student like grounds for dismissal?
Yes. Where are you going with this?
You dye your hair.
No, I don't.
What kind of music do you like?
Mr. Barrow Singer, I
All right, all right, all right. I got it. I got it.
and with that, that is when the bell rings, or if there is a bell, I don't. There's maybe an alarm that she has or something set up where it's just like, all right, that is class dismissed. Please.
The owl bear hoots and the class is dismissed.
uh, please turn in your list of assignments by the end of the week, and you will have. And she trails off. Everyone leaves, and before, if you had tried to go question her some more, she leaves before you.
Oh, he's not stupid. He is, but
he's known when he's gone too far.
oh yeah.
So, all right, Bucky, you go off to explain this assignment to your friends.
So, for sake of speediness, can I just say that I gathered Kamaris, Bernard, and Alexi?
Yeah, at the end of the day, everyone kind of meets up. I don't know. Would you guys have like a general go-to meetup place at this point?
I mean, we always
Um,
just met at the Biblioplex.
I mean, yeah, but sometimes that place is crowded. I feel like we would have like some sort of like hidden kind of like outcrop, maybe like we have a specific like planter and like that planter area where Bucky got bit by one of the grubs. Maybe we have like one of those little like islands that we go to, like little like foresty islands that we just kind of sit. It's like maybe like we sit under one of the big oak trees in there.
I like it.
Maybe we meet there for lunch on occasion. Keep in mind we've been in school for like what 3-4 months at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have definitely found like some hiding places. Try to run some of them to just be like, you know what, we're all we're the group. We may as well find a place that we can go and hang out at.
There is a book garden that's kind of off to the side. The one furthest, if you're looking at the Biblioplex map, there's the one off to the left, and there's one up top. The one off to the left is the one that looks like it's less traveled. So if you guys want to go to that one,
All I need is a blackboard.
there's not going to be a blackboard in a garden.
I find a tree then.
The tree smacks you for writing on it.
I'm not writing on. God damn it! Will you let me finish what I'm gonna do before you punish me?
No defacing nature.
Is this something that you've done?
What are you,
multiple times?
Geo? What are you trying to do?
Okay.
What are you trying to do? Yeah.
So I gather him up and I go, "All right, guys, thank you for coming. This is gonna be awesome. I think this is gonna be a lot of fun for us. I know we've had our issues with things, but I think this one's gonna be actually kind of fun." I have a piece of paper in my hand, and I push the paper onto the tree, and it says breaking and entering, and I remove my hand. Huh?
That sounds like it's a good way to get us kicked out.
Well, normally,
I thought this plan was meant to be counteractive to our problems.
well, but here's the thing. In my tactics class, the teacher wants us to try to break into the castle.
Okay.
See,
Why?
Well, to see if we can formulate plans and come up with strategies and stuff like that. It's a good way to test our critical thinking skills, that kind of thing.
I do not hate this idea, but by the same token, we are doing something illegal.
Well, I mean, if we get caught, there will be some kind of punishment, but it's not going to be we get expelled. I at least know that much. It'll be more like I just failed the class, or at least pretty close to that.
So this is to help you actually succeed.
Yes.
Bernard nods, folds his arms, leans up against the tree, and waits for you to continue.
All right. So I also got Herschel in on this one, so it'll be the 5 of us. And what we need to do is be able to break into this castle. And Ed, what exactly am I looking for again? I'm sorry.
You weren't actually given a object to find. You were just told that you were going to retrieve an object, and that the object you were looking for will be given to you once you turn in the team that you wanted to do things with.
So what we need to do is break in and find the item that the teacher tells us that we need to find. Now, in my opinion, it only needs to be one of us in the castle, maybe 2, but we need to be able to sneak in through. And quite frankly, I think the other 3 of us need to make some kind of distraction, get guards pulled away and, make it to where they're looking in the opposite direction. Look over there. Oh, no, they're actually stealing something behind our backs.
So who's the one stealing?
Well, if it had to be my opinion, I would go with Kamaris and Alexei.
I disagree with this. I am not a very stealthy person.
Yeah, neither am I. I could probably create a few distractions.
Please, I also clank when I walk.
Well, hold on. I mean, what if, hear me out, if we don't actually fully break in and steal, but we get a picture of the object and I just conjure it. Anybody?
But the object that we would have been trying to steal would still be in the manor, right? Like it would still.
But here's the thing. My object would last for what, like an hour?
They would still go into the manor and find the object, and then they would find out we cheated.
Well, I assume Herschel can have found them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Herschel's walking up. Dripping as normal.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about that is your conjured stuff glimmers, right?
Kamaris.
I didn't hear everything.
Your stuff glimmers, right?
The stuff you conjure, it glimmers, right?
I mean, yes, technically.
Where the fuck did you come from?
There. And you can see there's kind of a drip line as he crawled up over a railing.
Oh, Herschel. Hey, are you more stealthy than you think those two?
He just kind of looks back the path he's just taken to sneak up on you all.
You know what? That's a real good point. I still think that it needs to be you two. I would go myself, but if I'm found, they'll know that it was my team. So, or at least that it was directly me.
They're going to know it's your team anyway.
Oh, right, because I have to submit the names.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who sneaks in, Bucky.
That's probably a good point. See, my thinking was that me and Bernard, me and him can go for a scrap while, we're calling the guards out in some direction.
But does having the guards notice you count against you?
Bernard or Bucky, if you check your syllabus, yes. If you are caught in any way, you will get points off for your. Even if you retrieve the object, if people know that you are there, you will get points off.
Oh, maybe I need to rethink this whole plan.
It's a thing. It's like a Mission Impossible thing where there can be none of our teams seen.
We were
we have
never
to get
here.
in there, get out. Yeah.
Yeah, we were never here.
Okay, so here's the thing. He will still pass if certain members, like say one of you is caught. He can still pass as long as he is the one not caught. It's kind of like Bucky is the prime piece of this team. Now, technically, because Herschel is also being assigned this, but he's kind of melding into the group. He is also a prime piece. So think of him as he's worth 10 points, while the other 3 of you are worth 2 points.
Bucky kind of rubs his beak a little bit. He looks at the castle plan that he has and kind of looks at it and
Oh God.
Yeah, what?
So we'll kind of stumble slightly and sits down, grabbing the side of his head.
You all right, Herschel?
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second.
Can I make a medicine check?
Sure.
That's a 21.
Herschel, what's going on with you?
He doesn't look real hot. The gauntness in his chest and his face is kind of withering more. And you'll notice kind of around him that thing that happened when he was in the Bow's End. So a snarl in the Strixhaven universe is where magic coalesces and is very violent. It seems to be one kind of pocketed around him, and he looks up at you all. Look, I'm gonna level with you. If I die, don't move my body. It makes it harder for me to find it.
Bucky's eyes just go wide. What the hell?
Are you
Without stuttering, Bernard just looks at you and goes, "Tell me what you are, and I won't move your body."
No.
You jerk.
Honestly, Bernard, I'm not 100% sure. Uh, real on real. I've been at this campus for like 200, 300 years. I keep dying and waking back up. Something about the chaotic magic around here. Oh, and he winces real bad. It
So,
comes and
so
goes.
instead, okay, so instead of leaving your body here, I'm gonna take you to my dorm. I'll leave your body alone, but it will be in my dorm. You've been there before, you know where it is. I'm not just going to leave I'm not just going to leave a dead body in the middle of the campus. Otherwise, the janitor's going to put it somewhere.
Yeah, the same place he always puts me. Just
No.
it's
All right. Well, I'll leave you then.
it's not like you're thinking. I'm not some undead. Oh God, it's just the magic. It keeps me alive, and I don't think I'm gonna last. And he falls face first onto the ground.
Um, can I make a religion check?
Sure.
I gave him a help action.
Sure.
That is a 18.
18. Herschel, is any of
I,
this?
I have a very specific question.
Okay, what is your specific question?
Would cutting off a very small part of his pinky interact with his reenact with his rebirth at all?
With you made a what check?
Religion.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't, but with that high of a check, I'd honestly say that with everything he's told you, it's probably not reincarnation. He is the chaotic magic that is infused in him is what brings him back.
He's asking if cutting off part of your body would mess with your rebirth.
That's up to you, Ed.
With an 18, any. I'm gonna say no, but you're gonna be like, there's gonna be a sentient finger at somewhere if it's separate. Like you can control it, or well, you can feel it. You can't necessarily control it. Like you can't see through it. It acts like its own little mini entity.
Well,
Okay, so now, so now, with that, would I, Bernard, know any of that?
No. There's so many instances of rebirth in the universe, so many methods of rebirth. This one is kind of baffling because usually rebirth is something that happens not exactly willingly. It's something that, well, for the most part, it doesn't happen very often with uh, someone over and over again with the same body just coming back. Um, Typically, if someone's reborn, it's in various ways, like someone builds a body and puts a soul in it. Someone just summons someone from the dead that.
He's a husk that is filled with magic every so often.
Essentially,
that
right?
sounds like that's about right.
Yeah.
I cut off half of his left pinky and I put it in my pocket.
Whoa, Bernard, what are you doing?
For science, and I put it in my pocket.
Bernard, that might have been a step too far, man.
Well, logically speaking, if what he said is true, and he's been here for well over 2 centuries, then all form of decomposition is out the window. So, cutting off small portion is a test. He's gonna come back. Nothing important was moved. So,
You
in huh?
You've built an alarm clock.
More like he cut one off.
So in essence, for science, and I point a finger like up like a scientist. For science, when Herschel wakes up, this, and I hold out his finger, will either crumple to dust and reform attached to the body, or it will still be a part of him. Like I said, for science, and I put it back in my pocket.
Oh my gosh.
But Bucky still has this look of like, this might have been a step too far, my man.
Okay.
How about we go ahead and end it there?
Yeah, go ahead. With that gruesome scene, we are going to go ahead and end it right there, guys.
It's not like it bleeds. He's a dead body.
It's still way too far. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.